Welcome to Heal Talk Tuesdays with Liza, where transformation begins as we evoke, embrace, and evolve. Greetings, 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 and welcome to Heal Talk Tuesdays with Liza. It's so good to be here with you, isn't it? Have you ever felt like everything that you do, it's as if it's not good enough and you're being hard on yourself, especially when change is happening in your life? You know, there is this thing we call the power of words, the power of thoughts, the power of I am. And today I'm going to be sharing just a little bit of what we believe what I am is, and how you can connect more with the I am, because thoughts are fleeting, truly. They come and they go. We think, and even feelings often change, and we realize that what we felt in the past may not be very true today. So this all came about because I want to explore this concept of struggling, that how many of us struggle with self-compassion when we are facing challenges, when we are facing fears and difficulties in life. So life is so precious. It's precious because in one moment there is a baby being born, another moment someone is getting married, another person is in difficulties and challenges, in pain, and yet they're not showing you. Or maybe they are in pain, you know that they are in pain, and yet you don't know what to do about it. So the self-compassion also comes from accepting people for who they are and stepping into realizing that sometimes people who hurt us have been hurt themselves. And the self-compassion comes to knowing to take care of yourself and knowing that you too can share and express, even ask for help. So self-compassion can help you through struggles that you are going through without any judgment, and allowing yourself to heal faster. And if it is a healing of emotional healing, physical healing, yeah, even mental change that happens. As a clinical hypnotherapist, I see clients from all gamuts, from being in pain physically, like one of my clients who came in last week, Friday, and in her late 80s, she came in with extreme neck tremor. And you would say, yes, it's age. Age has a lot to do with it. It's the muscle coordination, it's the nervous system, it's neurological, and yet she was saying that it was very specific, that after a certain time it really got worse. So when she came in, she had a brace on. And I'm saying this because she had done all kinds of medical tests and everything, and they could not pinpoint it. Through our first session, in one session, what we did, it took us an hour and 45 minutes, a little bit over that, to do just a tad of a self-discovery, self-compassion, that after her husband's passing, it affected her so bad that she could no longer stay at home, and the family moved her to a place to be in a group assisted living. And that was like, it made her lose her home, her beginning, where her joy and everything was. It started with the tremor within like one night. She had nothing, and then suddenly she had it. So our body speaks. There is even a book that our body keeps score. How fear, trauma, and a change in our life that we are not expecting makes a profound effect, and the body reacts. Our body is there to safeguard us. It's never there to harm us. And it doesn't matter at what phase in our life we are. And I'm not saying everything is psychosomatic, but when we have exhausted Western medicine, I want you to think of looking at it in a whole different way. You can even get the book. It says Your Body Keeps Score. It's a thick book, and it is very powerful. It's very small written, and healing is truly comes from either love or loss. And when we feel loss, an unexpected loss, or a huge change in our life, that's when we have to have self-compassion and tap into our body, literally tap into our body and listen. So I know for a fact I have been through several, literally several auto accidents, broken bones, fracture, burned my calves. And you would think I'm in sports or a race car driver or something like that. But I have been in close to fatality accidents. So even when I was doing surveillance work and undercover working at Robinson's May many years ago, I went through fracture of the bottom of my feet, my hand, on top of another fracture when I was 11 years old, fracture at my sternum. So all these small little things, even though it has healed, and the body literally goes through healing and rejuvenating, re-eventing itself and taking care of itself. Every 7 years, every aspect of our body heals and rejuvenates and becomes better. But the body keeps score of where it was. So if and when our mind, our body, and our heart, we have not healed everything, there's triggers that come into place. So going back to my client, the light went out. How interesting, the light goes out. Working with my client, believe it or not, by the time she left, you could hardly see any tremor because through hypnosis, I tapped into releasing pain, releasing guilt, releasing hurt. And being more stable, talking to every nerve and every muscle, even her entire vertebrae and her spinal cord, and asking the cord to become stronger from the neck all the way down to her coccyx, and everything to be more stable and steady. You see, those are the power of suggestions, and not only suggestions as an affirmation, but talking to the subconscious level, to the core of the subconscious, which is the programmer, and asking if it is ready to accept these suggestions, to show me with a signal. And automatically I said, just have a signal. And because I've already created that signal prior to the hypnosis, her yes finger was signaling. I have a video of it, and It is so powerful to see. It doesn't matter when I have a client of 6 years old or an 89-year-old. The power of suggestion, our subconscious mind does not know the difference between here or there. It doesn't understand if it was in the past or in the present, when the body is reacting, when the body is there to respond and protect you. You can talk to it, and it can listen. And when ready and open, will take suggestions. So, diving into self-compassion and embracing all of you. Believe it or not, the subconscious does not know the beauty outside, or not having that perfect look that you expect, with no wrinkles, with this and that, and how perfect your attire is. But it's about how you feel internally. And there are so many who are in pain that you can't tell. They're hurting, either physically, emotionally, but they show you their good face. And if you are one of those, please contact me. I'm here for you. You can touch this importance of forgiving yourself and forgiving those who have hurt you, either knowingly or unknowingly. Perhaps they were hurt and they did it with good intention, or they didn't even have an intention, they just reacted. And after so many years, we come to say, thank you for being part of my life. We're good. We're at peace. And that is the point that gives us permission to move forward in life or up in heaven. Sometimes we have to journal, which is one of the best things, journaling, expressing all that you feel instead of suppressing it with things, and having the courage to be able to find someone to share it with, express it with, someone you trust, and even that self-talk that you do it with compassion, especially towards your body, and have the luxury, not only having a place to go as a luxury, but the luxury of giving yourself time out. Sometimes we stay in relationships that it's for others, and we forget that you are putting yourself in hardship. And I'm saying this because as I said, thoughts are fleeting, they come and go, emotions come and go, and embracing who you are, accepting and appreciating yourself, and realizing that sometimes you have been stuck in not only a relationship, at work, at a job, at a place. If you're not happy, it's going to affect your body, it's going to affect your psyche, and it will affect so many parts of you. Hypnotherapy is one of the most powerful ways to tap within the subconscious and begin the healing process. If I could help everybody, I would. And today, I want to say that we are in the beginning of putting together my 10th 3E event, and I am so emotional because 2 years ago I didn't think I will put together another 3E event, and yet we are in the works. So stay tuned for that one. The amazing 3E event of bringing together and this year's speakers that are going to be not only about health and wellness, it's going to be about mindset and also financial strength and ability. So the power of healing, I realize now, health is wealth. And today I too am emotional, and I want to close this session by saying, when we evoke the best of us, we come to embrace all of us in order for us to evolve to what it is that we desire and you desire, because you matter. Your soul matters, your desires matters, and every aspect of your joy and happiness matters. That said, I'm going to close this segment with a prayer, so you can separate your thoughts and your feelings from your body, because when you do this mindfulness, separate and know that all thoughts that come, they're just like this energy. And you separate, this mindfulness is finding to separate the thoughts from the body and finding that peace in between. In between. When you say I am, because God said I am, and when you say I am, it's part of your ego, it's part of this body, is part of what you believe it is. But there is a space between our thoughts, our feelings, and our body, and that is the space of calling inner self, the soul. So as I close, it would be saying God bless, not only to you, but to my beautiful cousin, who just went up there today. Thank you for being part of Heal Talk Tuesdays each and every week. I ask you to subscribe, share, and if there's anything I can be of help, by all means, get in touch with me. Until next week, God bless, and may the universal light surround you always. Bye-bye. And if you like this, share it, subscribe, and go to YouTube, and you'll see the rest of all my podcasts.